it's a short break, so let's just get through it. I don't know who's first. We are.
Woo!
Hello? No. Okay, so just a reminder, girls soccer.
Got it.
Okay. Girls soccer has a game on Wednesday, tomorrow, against Monte Vista Christian High School.
Hello? Okay.
There you go. Nice.
It will be here at York in the upper field at 3:30, so come and support us. It's our CCS league game thing, so yeah.
All right, good morning, everyone. You might have noticed our robot from 2 years ago has been driving around. Our construction team has been making progress, and our robotics team will be at the Monterey Bay Regionals from March 23rd to 26th. So unfortunately, due to COVID, there can be no spectators. But if you want to come support the team and also help the event as a whole, you can volunteer to set up the course, reset the course after individual matches, or take it down after the fact. And you can talk to Ms. Moneypenny. She has information up on the service learning page. And you have the opportunity to get service learning hours and support Team 5171. So contact Mrs. Moneypenny by March 4th if you're interested in doing so. Thanks.
That's cool. So we always want to appreciate and give our thanks to the tech team who works really hard to give us things like this microphone and the screens that help us. And on that tech team is senior Frances Cardinale. It's her birthday today, so give her some love. Happy birthday, Frances. And we wish Ms. Keist a happy belated birthday. She's a Valentine's baby. A lot of you have also talked about wonderful travels that you've done during your sophomore speeches. We love heading to tropical places with you sometimes and get away from the cold. But today's speaker, Austin Cook, is going to talk about learning just right around Monterey Bay. So let's welcome Austin Cook.
As I floated neutrally buoyant 50 feet underwater, I observed my surroundings. Looking down, I saw the fields of metridiums in the sand, flowing with the tide. Looking up, I saw the bright orange buoy we descended from. The waves rolled over me in a chaotic yet uniform fashion. Their dark figures cast a ghastly shadow over the ocean floor. I looked to my side to see the breakwater exploding with life and color. And to my other side, the dark blue abyss that faded off into the distance. The plethora of fish danced and dashed through the light and shadows. It was a magical place, but at the same time, I couldn't help but feel worried about everything that could go wrong. Ever since I was young, I've had a love for the ocean. It was as though anywhere with water, I was at home. I've been to the aquarium countless times, and still, every time I go, it feels like there's something new, something I've never seen before. It will make sense for someone like me to want to learn how to scuba dive, to see the ocean from a different perspective. So I began to learn everything I could. I watched YouTube videos, and when I went to the beach, I watched the divers prepare their gear. Then soon enough, I was studying the manual myself. In my classes at the dive shop, I learned about the hazards of diving and how to set up and put on my gear. For 2 weeks, I studied and took tedious tests and quizzes, all in preparation for my final exam in January. This time was when I felt most uneasy, most unprepared for what was to come during my first dive. And just like that, the next weekend, I was at the ocean. As I stood on the beach, suited up in about 50 pounds of gear, I looked out at the water. My dive instructor was comforting me, telling us everything would be all right. But at that moment, all I could think about was what might go wrong. Maybe my air tank would start leaking, or my BCD system might malfunction. Maybe even the unthinkable, I get swept out to sea, never to be seen again. So in short, I was terrified. The group moved down to the water, and we began to swim out to our dive spot. After a tiring swim in all our gear, we reached the bright orange buoy. It was an eerie feeling, floating out in the middle of the ocean with only a few people surrounding me. And sooner rather than later, we descended. The water was bitter cold, which didn't help the anxiety building up. I did my best to ignore the negative thoughts and anxiety and took the time to observe my surroundings. It was stunning, like seeing another world for the first time. And at that moment, everything became clear to me. I had learned all I could from the book, I had finished the classes, and all I needed to do now was apply my confidence. I had no reason to be worried anymore, so from then on, it was a whole new experience. I was happy despite the cold winter ocean at 7 a.m. And just like that, my first dive was over. Ever since that first dive in January, I felt much more confident in my life. My experience with scuba diving has taught me a lot about myself that I didn't know. I learned I needed to put in the work and the effort if I wanted to finish what I started. In that way, I associate scuba diving with my schoolwork because they use the same principles. If I want to achieve something in school, then I need to apply myself to guide my confidence towards my objective. And sure, it still takes me 15 minutes to put on all my gear, and I still can't find an efficient way to put on a wetsuit. But the principles I've learned in scuba diving will help me achieve my goals for the rest of my life. Thank you.
Another great sophomore speech. Ladies basketball has an announcement for us.
So the girls basketball team had a game on Friday against Anzar, and we won. We won 42-22. Quincy scored 30. And Alondra scored 6. And yesterday we had a win against Pack Point.
It's something like 40-30. I don't know. Something like that.
Yay! And then today we have a game against Marina at Marina. You please come. You guys don't have any sports, so please.
It's our last game, so please come support.
Okay, I know it's really cold, so go to clubs and have a great day.